Hey yo, what's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of That Boy ETV. You already know, man, we are back on 2K26. And you know what, man, about this game, and it comes to the defensive side of things on this game, there are two things on the defensive side of this game that really just irk my nerves, man. And the things are, the first one I'm going to talk about is going to be the who to guard system. Now, I've been playing 2K for a while now, like I've been trying to explain to a lot of you guys. And usually, the who to guard system is usually pretty good. Like, it never really changed that much. Like, when you were going to fast breaks back in the day, it wouldn't even, change to tell you, hey, you should go guard this guy instead. Now, I know in more recent 2Ks, it now does that. Like, it has this thing where if you're on fast break, it'll go tell you to guard this person instead. And this becomes a problem a lot of the times. And I think it becomes a problem because a lot of the times people use who to guard to quickly locate where their man is, instead of actually looking at the character model and looking at the actual player. They just look at the who to guard marker and assume that, okay, it's pointing over there. This is my man. This is who I should guard. Now, I normally tend to look at the actual player themselves, but even from time to time, I do catch myself getting stuck and lost because I'm like, okay, let me look at my marker because I'm pretty sure he's down here. I see the marker pointing. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's him. And it turns out it's not, because the game has now reassigned me to a whole nother person. Now, this is a mixture of a few things, I think. Like, I know now you're able to basically reassign yourself to certain players. So I don't know if maybe that's one of the reasons why. But honestly, even when I play on a team of 5, the who to guard is constantly switching. Like, there's one time I'm playing on power forward, and it switches me to guard the small forward out of nowhere. Like, now, maybe my teammate is pushing the button, but from what I'm being told, my teammate's saying he's not. So if that's the case, the game is now switching me, guarding people I shouldn't be guarding. And it does this constantly. And then on top of that, with the who to guard system constantly swapping around different players, you now have players that will go guard the wrong person. Or you'll try to go back and pick up your man, but since their who to guard is pointing to your man, this person's now double teaming with you, and now their person's open. You get what I'm saying? And it's just the who to guard system, in my opinion, is pretty bad. This is probably the worst I've ever seen it as long as I've been playing. And I think they need to kind of just go right back to it's kind of hard stuck to your original matchup, and then allowing things like rotations or picking up people in transition to be more of a player thing. Like, you should know, okay, you need to go pick that person up. I don't think the who to guard system should go tell you that and swap you off of your natural position. This way, people tend to run back to their original matchup, because sometimes you don't want people getting switched off and vice versa. So I just think that the who to guard system has been pretty bad in this 2K, which is actually kind of crazy. Now, the other side of the defense that I want to talk about that I believe is truly a problem is the fact that this game forces you to jump in order to truly get any type of contest in this game. Hands-up defense in this game is damn near non-existent. I'm 6'11" as a center, and I went up against a 6'9" guy, put my hands up in the paint, and he's getting wide opens, dog. I don't understand that shit. Or he's only getting like 5-10% contested. I literally have to jump in order to contest these. Back in the day when someone would like drive through the paint, if someone was driving, you could run up. If you were a center, get there fast enough and just put your hands up, and that contest would be good enough or a high enough contest. Because even in real life, if you just run up there and put your hands up, that makes that shot extremely hard. But in 2K, putting your hands up is trash. Oh, don't just put your hand up when someone's shooting either. Especially like I'm 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan. So I don't have short arms, right? I don't have it. But for some odd reason, when a dude's 7'4", if I stand there and put my hand up, it's not going to register a contest. And that's because right now the game basically has like a 3-inch rule. If you're within 3 inches of the height of the player, that's when you get a true contest. So if someone is 6'7" me being 6'11", I'm not getting a contest, or my contest is being reduced due to the fact that I'm 6'11" to a 7'4". But even when I'm 6'11" to someone who's 6'9", I don't get a contest. I should be getting all kinds of contests. I'm taller. But it's just weird, right? It's just weird to me that hands-up defense in general, because even back in the day with a 7'4", someone with their hands up would still cause them to have problems. It would still have a good contest. But now it's just like that shit is completely useless. Hands-up defense is damn near useless. And making players have to jump on defense in order to truly contest a shot puts the defensive player at a disadvantage at all times. That's why nowadays you don't technically have to really pump fake. You really just need to run to a spot and stop, because the person is most likely going to jump because the game is forcing them to in order to get a good contest. Meaning you can just stop. The dude's going to jump, and now he's completely out of position, right? He can't do anything, and you can just move to the side and now shoot a wide open jumper. Back in the day, people were able to run up and put their hand up. And by putting up their hand, that's how you knew the difference between a good defender and a bad defender. A bad defender would have ran up and pushed the Y button, while a good defender runs up to put their hand up. But in this game, putting your hand up is trash. It doesn't work, right? And it's crazy that it doesn't work, because that was the standard of the difference between a good and a bad defender, man. So hopefully they continue to do something here with the shot contest, at least with the hands-up defense part. That's the main thing right there. Now, I don't know if y'all have noticed this too, but when you play the game, right, have y'all noticed that there's a thing called contribution that comes up and pops up every once in a while, like when you make a pass or a shot is made or an assist is made or something like that, and that little contribution addition or whatever it says come up? Well, that thing actually messes with your shot timing. Why is it that when someone passes the ball, even on an assist, if I'm about to shoot the ball, that contribution thing will pop up, and for that split little second or that millisecond that it pops up, it fucks with the timing. Not only does it fuck with the timing, you then also hear the sound effect that comes up with it, which can also make you think that you just greened the shot, so you release the button because you're hearing that. Right? You're thinking, okay, cool. But mostly, it does actually mess with your shot timing. I'm going to let y'all know. I'm pretty sure we've all experienced it at this point. But I'm telling you, anytime you catch the ball and that contribution thing comes up, it messes with your shot timing. Why can't that come up after the play has been completed? Like either there's a turnover or something, but I kind of get it. Like if it's an assist, they're going to do the contribution thing right then and there. Because let's say he does it, it's a good pass, and then the person misses the shot. Now you don't get the assist, but the contribution was still added to the pool, right? Because that happens a lot. And usually what happens is the person will pass it, the contribution will come up as that guy's shooting, and it'll fuck up that guy's shot. That's usually how that works. Now, I think that the contribution shouldn't actually pop up until after the actual conclusion of the possession, whether that's a made shot, change of possession, even after an offensive rebound. I would even say after an offensive rebound would be better for that to pop up than it would be for it to pop up on someone passing out to a shot. Because when you pop out for a shot and then this comes up, it definitely messes up with your timing. And it's already bad enough that you got people that have issues with shot timing. So you might as well we don't need another thing in the game that makes it even harder to do so. And especially something like that we have no control over and that just pops up in the game. That's stupid. Now, the last thing I want to talk about before I get up out of here, man, is going to be the fact that what is up with cheaters in this game, bro? So apparently the rep grind has been compromised with people doing double rep glitches. You got people like Cash Out that apparently is top rep in multiple geolocations, hinting to the fact that he's probably account sharing, allegedly. And again, this is the type of thing that's kind of crazy to me. Like, I never thought, like, growing up, video games was something that we did that was, okay, you did that shit and no one really talked about it. Women, they ain't care about it. You look like a cornball. And nowadays, in 2025, don't get me wrong, I love the fact that video games have come so far. But I hate the fact that people have to now cheat in order to get to where they need to get to, man. That shit to me is just crazy, and I don't even understand how y'all people even do it and even look up to these guys. But hey, let me know. Has the Huda guard feeling like it's the worst to you guys? Do y'all feel like being forced to jump on defense is a problem? Have y'all also noticed the contribution thing fucking up your shot? And last but not least, how do you truly feel about people cheating on the rep grind, man? Let me know down in them comments, and let's get a conversation started, man. But until then, I'm going to leave y'all off with the rest of this gameplay here in the background, and I hope y'all enjoy that, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at that boy ETV. Now, catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.
Nigga trying to get him up. Nigga just went straight out of bounds and said, fuck it, I'm going home.
I'm over here hitting this because I had my the icon.